Hello, Stoic family, YouTubers, and fellow resellers. This is Kevin, the Stoic Reseller, and I have another What Sold in 24 Hours. And just so you guys know, today's topic is going to be all about inspiration and what today's numbers mean as far as what I had to do today. So let's get this started. Let me bring out my bankrupting AI tool. So I have to hope that this pans out in the long run here. So we had a total of 7 sales for $272.85. Not too shabby. My average cost of goods did go up by 0.1%. I think that's due to me selling a lot of lower cost items this last couple weeks. So hopefully that gets stemmed down a little bit, but we'll see. My average cost of goods, $9.69, comes out to $67.83. My net profit, once you minus those two, is $119.89. Gotta pay the piper. So for $40.93, which leaves me a total net profit of $78.96. And guys, the first tidbit of motivation for you guys is this is what I just went and paid at Safeway. Right about that amount. Went and got a bunch of food for the week. Making stroganoff tonight, homemade, first time. It's gonna be gluten free, with actual bone broth. I'm so stoked because I don't know if I've ever had a homemade stroganoff. You guys let me know if you ever have and tell me your experience. We're gonna start her off with a vintage shirt. I don't dabble too much into vintage t-shirts. This just happened to be on a rack. I noticed that the logo down on the bottom said like sometime 90s. This sold for $45. Did take about 5 to 6 months to sell, but I'm happy it sold finally. Guys, here's an item that I'm probably not going to buy again. This was a women's Pendleton like coat, blazer, overshirt type deal. It sold overseas. So someone paid a lot of money to have this shipped to them. It took a long time. I mean, I was still sourcing locally when I got this. Sold for $18 plus like 30 something dollars of shipping. Yeah, I don't know. Someone really wanted that apparently. We got boom Doer again. Look at this. This brand is selling again. It's a very good brand, guys. I don't find it very often. I have found it quite often in recent weeks. But this sold for $30, and it sold for it sold in about, I don't know, about a month and a half. So guys, we're going to continue here, and I'm going to also talk about the next point of inspiration. Guys, my wife and I, we had to go through the student loan thing. Found out that our student loans are going to cost us about $400 a month. Guys, you see the numbers I pull in. The initial reason why I started this was because I knew at some point we were going to have to repay these loans. And I didn't want my family and my family's finances to take a hit. Fortunately, the business is doing well enough where I can make that minimum payment. And hopefully over time, we can just get rid of them. Fingers crossed. But we're there. The business is able to assume the student loan payments, which, I don't know if you guys have a bill that, do you think to yourself, man, I really wish I didn't have this bill. Maybe it's a car payment. Maybe it's student loans. Maybe it's a credit card bill. Maybe it's a fixed loan that you got because of some unforeseen circumstance. Maybe it's a medical bill. Guys, reselling isn't dead. It may be a little bit more difficult than it was maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago, but it's available. And if you do it properly, you could pay for a bill a month. This is probably the best way to pay bills off, to make sure that you have the money to pay those bills. Or if you're just bored and you want to do something on the side and invest every penny of it, you could do that and retire early. That'd be a really cool idea. Moving on, we got FootJoy. FootJoy, again, is a very mediocre brand, but they're all over print items are really good. This is like a floral daisy. This sold for $28.77, and I listed this, I want to say either Sunday or Monday. So yeah. No, actually, I listed that Saturday. Sorry, I listed that Saturday. Sold pretty quick, huh? We got these Levi's 550s. These are vintage. They are orange tab, as you can tell right there. Someone bought these and waited like 4.5 days to pay. I was getting a little nervous, but I'm happy they sold. Sold within about a month for $25.47. And guys, Levi's is kind of one of those, if it ain't vintage, probably don't get it type deals. And even when it's vintage, there's very few Levi's that actually sell for a good dollar amount, or a dollar amount that I really want to like grab it at. Second to last item here is a pink striped Peter Millar Summer Comfort. This sold, I think I listed this also on Saturday, and it sold for $24.97 full asking price within a few days. Peter Millar Summer Comfort is still doing pretty strong. And guys, the last item is another golfing brand, and we talk about FootJoy, Peter Millar, and Travis Matthews all the time. And I feel like I keep telling you guys to be careful in picking this up. And I would continue to still be careful picking those up. Even with cricket, I would be, a lot of these golf brands are solid, but not great, or great and not, but not excellent type deals. Travis Matthews, their full button-ups with like their patterns and stuff do really well. Their pants do really well. And this sold within about a month or so. Sold for $20. That's a good sale, guys. And then that's the last item. And I do want to leave you guys with some extra motivation. So if you're not motivated by paying for dinner for an entire week for your family, making a car payment, medical payment, investing, just know that at the end of the day, reselling kind of saved me, my relationship with my wife, and the little something about me is I am a very busy-minded person, and if I have any idle time, if my mind is just left to wander and do things and think about things, I start to do things that are not great for me. I got into gambling really bad, and that's an issue. And reselling occupies a lot of my time, a lot of my mental space, and that's a good thing, because not only am I able to, pay bills, not only does it pay for my car every month, it pays now for our student loans, and, sometimes it bails my wife and I out. It paid for tires on our new car during Christmas time last year. It just is such a nice thing to have a financial cushion. And at least for me, the motivation is it just keeps me going. It gets me up in the morning. It gives me some purpose in life, and it keeps me out of trouble. And guys, I hope that something like this connects with you guys, because ultimately you have to have a purpose to do this. And because it's not hard, or not easy rather. It's not ultra hard, but it certainly takes effort, and you guys tell me in the comments, like and subscribe, share my video with someone, and until tomorrow for another What's Sold in 24 hours, rule the day.